Okay, with the Ferrari rant out the window, I do want to have the let's criticize the FIA.
Oh, okay.
I have two FIA criticisms.
All right.
The first one, it is not. It's a little bit of a criticism, but the drivers don't mind it, from what I've heard. But I still want to criticize it, which is the water and the drink that the drivers have during a Grand Prix. I think the drivers are allowed to carry like 1 kilogram of
Water.
liquid.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's Gatorade or
Or something like
water.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some
Okay.
sort of drink.
Maybe a sparkling water. Or something.
But in order to cut weight, the teams are not putting any water for the drivers. Um, so
Ah,
so that's my criticism, where I'm like, do you like, should that be mandatory? Like, you cannot sacrifice the driver
right.
drink and hydration just because you want to cut the weight. It's not a mandatory thing.
No, but it should be. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know this. I don't know how you found this out, but
Yeah,
but
it's because in France last week, Hamilton was complaining about it.
hmm, that like the drivers weren't getting water.
He no Hamilton didn't have water in the entire French Grand Prix, and like, remember that, like, he got on the podium and then like he collapsed, and
He
like
collapsed.
he didn't collapse. He just laid down on the floor, like,
Ah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was laying down after the race, yeah, which was
yeah,
pretty funny actually. So did
yeah.
you see Hamilton laying down there? Yeah. Uh,
So, talking about back on the Ferrari, by the way, Hamilton has now more podiums than Charles Leclerc this season.
oh, damn, what a blow.
Yeah.
Jeez, they're blowing this season so hard. Anyways,
Anyway, with that being said, like, I think it should be a mandatory thing,
I can agree with that.
but some drivers don't like to drink while they're driving.
Doesn't matter. I feel like this is like if it's optional and teams won't give drivers their drink, maybe they're pressured to not have drinks to drivers, then that's wrong. And yeah, maybe I mean you can give your driver whatever they want. They can have water, tea, or whatever the hell they want. If they don't want to drink it, that's fine. But something should be there. Like
Yeah, I
by
think it should be
regulation.
a mandatory thing. But for example, Hamilton says that he never drinks during a race, and that just in the French Grand Prix was the one time that he wanted to drink and there was no drink.
Mm.
And then Lando Norris says that he really doesn't like to drink, that like the cars just put so many G's
Mm.
on it that it just makes his stomach upset to have liquids. Like,
No.
during the race. So some drivers don't drink at all. That's why I'm like,
Mm.
should it be mandatory? It feels like some drivers really don't like it,
Don't mind. Yeah.
and don't mind not having it. But part of me feels like, I feel like they should have it. You're like in there for like 2 hour, like hour and a half, at least 90 minutes
Yeah.
driving. And like, I know that Formula One cars don't have air conditioning, and that they're like open cockpit, whatever,
Mhm.
open wheelers. So they do have some ventilation,
Yep.
but it
No,
still gets
yeah.
pretty hot in there.
Yeah, yeah, it's not like the air is coming in, like, staying there. It's just like they feel a little bit of wind. I mean, I don't assume that it's more than that. So no, yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, if your driver doesn't want to drink it, really, I mean, that's fine. But it's only like 1 kilo that like should probably in the car. I mean, like, yeah, you don't want it, but you never know. So I think yeah, no, I think it should be mandatory, because otherwise, I mean, as long because if you say that like Hamilton elected not to, and like teams are not generally like making the drivers not make this decision, then I think that's fine. I mean, if Hamilton really doesn't want it there, then sure. But yeah, as long as teams have no way of manipulating the drivers into doing it, then I think it's okay.
Yeah, I feel like the teams will always manipulate it. It's like, are you okay if we don't put the kilogram of water there? The driver's gonna be like, no, put it. And it's like, but you're gonna lose this much. Like, I think like if it's not mandatory, the teams are always gonna look to remove weight from the car.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, sometimes they put like a limit or like a minimum of how much you have to weight. Like for example, you have to weigh like 77 pounds with the chair and stuff. So like at least that amount.
Yeah,
So that, like they give you an extra room. So like if you want to like, if your driver wants to get a little bit more muscular or like
yeah. So
yeah, and all that type of thing. So maybe they could include in there. I don't know if it's included or not. I mean, that's a very in-depth question, but yeah.
yeah, that's my first FIA criticism.
Mhm.
My second FIA criticism is something that has been happening in some of the tracks, and it happened in Hungary this weekend,
Uh-huh.
which is the security at the Grand Prix are like fucking people up.
Oh, really? They're beating people?
Yeah, they're beating up people.
Damn.
Like and apparently it's like a thing that it happens in some European circuits, and for some reason it happens a lot in Hungary.
Oh.
That for whatever reason the securities get like power hungry,
Yeah.
and like they close the racetrack, like, or some of the grandstands after some time. It's like, so if you get out, you don't know that they're gonna close it, and then they close them, and then when you're trying to get back in, they're like, it's closed, and they won't let you in, and then like if you say something, they beat you up.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
so
insane.
there's allegations that was happening this weekend, and it's like, you pay thousands of dollars to go watch Formula
Dude,
One cars.
yeah, they're
It's like,
very expensive tickets.
and it's like, dude, I need to go to the bathroom. Like, what do you want me to do?
Bro, I drank too much beer, like that I purchased at your fucking venue.
Yeah,
Like I need to use the bathroom, but I'm coming. I fucking bought this chair, asshole. Like it. I mean, that's what the ticket is for. Yeah, that's absolutely bananas. Actually, I didn't know.
yeah. So it's been happening, and it just happened like at the Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend. So just a criticism, like,
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the FIA, if I'm gonna be honest. It could be some probably Hungarian internal policies, some governmental things that are happening maybe with their police or something. I mean, I'm not gonna assume that. I don't want to get Hungarian hate. Maybe it's not. Maybe just some weird fad. But yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. So
yeah,
something seems to be going on. I don't know if the FIA have control over that. If it's constantly happening in Hungary. So
yeah. But for example, if that happens, if your race gets ruined, if like you're spending thousands of dollars, if you get beat up for going to the bathroom, pretty much, it's like, dude, like, at least give the people their money back. Like,
yeah.
you ruined their experience. But
Oh yeah.
the FIA never does that. And same, like last year, they didn't give any money back to like the people that went to Spa. And like,
Oh wow.
so like,
Sucks.
it's like, okay, you went to Spa for 4 hours, you got rained on, and then you saw 2 laps of the safety car. So like,
That's booty, dude. That's not good.
like I've gone to like the Formula One race. The ticket was like $1,700. So
Yeesh.
that thing is not cheap, you
No.
know.
And like, could you imagine like if somebody had like kicked you out and like, or like you went to the bathroom in the middle and like they were like, no, you can't come back. It's past last lap 35. So I'm sorry. Like that would fucking blow.
Yep.
Wow. That sucks. I mean, I don't blame Hungarians for being pissed about it. I don't. Yeah. Again, I don't know if it's the FIA that necessarily responsible, but they should have some policies. I mean, I don't know if it happens in other tracks or some sort of rules for that. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it's them we should criticize about it, but I feel like at least something needs to be done or addressed, uh, because apparently it's happening. So yeah, that was my criticize the FIA.